Hello, everyone. So, we're going to start with a new topic today, which is a topic in physics of combined science. And this topic is called forces. So, in this video lesson, we're going to look at the different types of forces, what they are, and what are the sort of things that forces can do. These are the learning objectives, and let's start. Now, let's begin by talking about what is a force. So when you push or pull something, you are exerting a force. So to exert, that word means that you are putting a force or something, or you are giving a force on something. So a force is a push or pull, and that can change the motion of object. So motion, if you remember, what does that mean? Motion is just another word for movement. So what can forces do? When you push or pull something, what's going to happen to the object that you are pulling or you are pushing? So these are normally the things that can happen. So you can change the speed of an object. So the object can speed up, okay, become faster, or the object can slow down, become slower, or the object can stop. You can make it stop, or you can make it move. Okay, so you can change the speed of an object. You can also change the direction of an object when you push or pull something, and you can change the shape of an object when you push or pull something. Forces can be measured, and it has a unit, and the unit of force is the Newton, capital N. So don't write down small n for the unit of a force. That's wrong. Write down the capital letter N, and that means Newton. So forces can be measured. You can have a big force, usually have a big number, for example, 10,000 Newton. Or if you have a small force, it's 10 Newton, 5 Newton. So you can write down force in terms of a number. And if the bigger the number, the stronger the force. Forces can be measured, and the instrument or the device that we use to measure forces, these instruments are called the spring balance, or otherwise known as the Newton balance, as you can see from these pictures here. Now, there are a lot of different kinds of forces depending on where it's coming from. When objects fall, they always fall to the ground. This force that pulls them to the ground is given by gravity, and this force is known as weight. Sometimes we also call this the gravitational force or gravity. Another type of force is when you have a rocket that lifts up or fly up into the air, it gives out a large amount of force to move up, and this force is called the thrust. And then when you have magnets, they can be attracted to each other, or they can be repelled from each other. This is known as the magnetic force. If you have two opposite electric charges, a plus charge or a positive charge and a negative charge, like these two here, they are attracted to one another by a force called electrostatic force. You can see this type of force when we were talking about ionic bonding. So you have the positive ion, these are the cations, and the negative ion. So the forces that hold these two together in ionic bonding is known as the electrostatic force. And then when you play tug of war, kayak tarik kalat, the rope will tighten. The force is called tension. So when you pull a string or a rope or anything that looks like a rope, like a string or a spring, anything like that, the force that is produced inside of it, that is what we call tension. When an object touches another object, there is contact force. So you can see here, this book here is in contact with the table. It's touching the table, and because of that, there is a force that pushes the book upwards, and that force is called the contact force. So when you touch things, you will have a force, especially when you touch surfaces or walls or floors. Then there is contact force pushing against you when you push any surfaces. So to summarize what we looked at today, we looked at the different types of forces. Make sure you are able to identify, or you are able to know what these forces are, and you are able to list down their names. So we looked at weight, thrust, magnetic force, electrostatic force, tension, which is of the forces in ropes and strings, and also the contact force. Okay, when you touch things, there's usually a force that pushes back against you, and this is known as the contact force. And we also looked at what forces can do. So, forces can change the motion of an object by changing its speed or changing its direction or changing its shape. In the next video lesson, we're going to look at something that's called the resultant force.